of entrepreneurship, right? And it's funny because we talk about this a lot in our calls, and we just celebrated Independence Day, right? This day that we celebrate freedom in this country. And our country isn't perfect; it's not really close, but we're getting we're making progress, and it's a little bit like what these folks are going through. Progress matters, and everybody being recognized individually, because that's where real progress happens, matters. There's one thing about freedom that really holds true, and that is as you exercise it and promote it, you develop more of it in yourself and in other people. But far be it for me to really handle a lot of that topic. I want to have our CEO Bilal Ruknuddin talk a little bit about it. Bilal, I know we've had a lot of conversations on this topic of freedom. What are your thoughts?
Definitely, definitely. Thank you, Kevin, and thank you each and everyone for being on the call tonight. It's always a privilege. We value your time, and we appreciate that you choose to spend the first Monday of the month, evening, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are in the country, with us. And I agree wholeheartedly. And I just wanted to take a step back for a second, Kevin, and voice my congratulations to each and every one of those rank advancements. It's been a lot of fun and a lot of excitement for us here at the home team to see people progress. And you are completely right. It's um, even in our forefathers, when they were envisioning this country and they were trying to envision an idealism, which sometimes is difficult to live up to, but the idea is for us to head towards a more perfect union. We are in the journey, and that's what that matters. Freedom, if you ever pause to think about it and reflect on it, is have you really, it's what does it really mean? Is it it's something that it's sometimes intangible, and sometimes it's a concept that sometimes we have difficulty bringing down to earth and down to ourselves. But if we are able to, even though a lot of us take it for granted a lot of times, but the simple essence of it is that we have the ability, the privilege, the responsibility to do what we want to do when we want to do it, as long as we're not encroaching or hurting or causing others to be in difficulties. Part of acknowledging our freedoms is also to understand our privileges and understand the history of us as a people. As Kevin just mentioned, it's a journey of progression. Every step that we move forward is towards a better. And sometimes, like we do in life, we take 3 steps forward and 1 step back, and that's okay as long as we're continuously progressing towards the future. And the thing that sometimes is so powerful is that we have the ability as entrepreneurs, and I think entrepreneurship is the best exemplifier of practical freedom, because it's the ability to take control of the resources that are available to you, to utilize the privileges that you have, to acknowledge those privileges that you have, but work with other people, never by yourselves, but work with other people to make something better and to have a positive impact, to leave a positive legacy potentially. And so as we take account of this freedom, we have to realize that sometimes it has a responsibility. And sometimes, in the guise of freedom, we become subjected to things that inhibit us. And we sometimes use our means and make it our end goal. But that's something that we have to be careful of. Freedom is understanding that real freedoms are always established on the foundations of making a positive impact in life, doing something that we have the ability to do. And big part of that conversation is also to include the conversation of justice. The freedom that we speak of allows us to chase our dreams. It allows us to take advantage of opportunities that come before us and to really live our lives in the way we please without being a source of intentional difficulties for others. But as recent events are showing, we are having some issues here at home when it comes to inequality and injustice that when unaddressed, sometimes threaten the stability of our society and our freedoms. As Americans, it is our responsibility to push race, ethnicity, political views, and whatever else, whatever identifying factor may divide us aside. And it's time to practice the freedom that we enjoy for good, to establish good, to become a means of positive change in our society, to stand by our brothers and sisters, to stand by all those that we want to stand by our families and a loved one, to stand by those that have sacrificed so much so that we have these abilities that come before us, is to acknowledge the great contribution of everyone that came before us, even though they might have been imperfect if you look at them through under a microscope. But overall, the idea is that we have made progress, and we're in this journey of progress towards making things better. And at this time and at this moment, we acknowledge that there are some systemic issues in our society that we need to address. And these issues have been there from some time, and we need to utilize our privilege, our understanding, our education, our empathy to break this cycle of injustice. But going off what William Faulkner just said, and if those of you that can see the screen, we must be free not because we claim freedom, but because we practice it. And the key word is practice. Freedom, in essence, is a part, and it's an action. It's a verb. It's not just a noun. Going off what William Faulkner said, it's not enough to be claimed to be free, but it's something that we have to take action daily. These actions that we take on each and every day have an impact in not only our personal freedom, but the freedom of those around us. Every action, or for that matter, every lack of action, has an impact. At New Earth, we make the conscious decision daily to do our part to have a positive impact in this world. And that involves speaking out against injustice, that involves dealing in a platform of equality and freedom, but it's also inherent in our products. Our products, in its essence, are what nourish each of us on a cellular level, which allow each cell to function to their best potential, that allows us the ability to do and not use that as an inhibiting factor, which allows us to function optimally. Our platform, as I said, is built on entrepreneurship. And those are the threads that built our foundation of our platform. And this is the best expression of freedom in action. But that's not where it ends. Our commitment is with the entire scope of freedom. It's this freedom that you have the ability to pursue your dreams if you so choose to. And you have the platform, and you have a community that's like-minded, that wants to leave a legacy. At New Earth, we're about spreading good, and we're here to make this world that we live in a better place. And it starts by exercising our freedom and putting it into action, by standing for good, by creating a positive impact in people's lives. And we developed our business model. You've heard me say this many times, our legacy building platform, our wellness entrepreneur opportunity around actively practicing freedom. It's around the tenets of entrepreneurship and the choice that you and each one of you have, the ability to put what you want into it to be able to get what you want out of it. The idea is it's on you, it's on your decision, and it's about you taking that step. You have a community of support, you have an entire nation that's supporting you on this journey towards progress for yourselves, if you so choose it. And that's the important thing. It's your choice. And that goes back to the associates that are our entrepreneurs, but it's also why we have customers. And that's why Kevin always in his training, and even Justin and Nicole in their trainings, they talk about letting people be where they're at and being where they're comfortable with, but realizing that our products are potentially life-changing because, at its essence, they nourish us on a cellular level, and that creates so much positive impact in this world. And I am so proud, I'm so privileged and so honored to be part of this journey with each and every one of you as we look towards making this society, this nation, a more perfect union as we move towards honoring all those that have sacrificed so much, and honoring all those in our future that are that we're here to leave a legacy for.
I really, really appreciate those words, Bilal. No, it means a lot. It's I made some interesting connections as you were talking, and I love in particular the connection of practicing freedom in your business. I think about that, practicing freedom in your business. If you're not helping other people achieve what they would determine to be freedom, what are we doing? You know, what are we doing? It's a powerful thought. That is, as a wellness entrepreneur, what people are coming to you for. So thank you again, powerful words. We just looked at that quote again, William Faulkner, right? We must be free not because we claim freedom, but because we practice it. Well, that maybe perhaps practicing it isn't just a single thing. Maybe it's throughout. Maybe it's interwoven into the fabric of your business, and hopefully interwoven into the fabric of everything that you do in your business, right? There's a big difference between claiming something and then acting upon it, especially acting upon it on behalf of other people, and letting them know, I'm here to help you have what you want. I'm here for your freedom. Imagine how many people do they have in their life that are coming to them with a sentence like that? Zero. That's the answer to that question. I can't think of that being a common thing. It just isn't. So I agree with the challenge that Bilal just gave you. Be different, be unique, offer that to other people, and then follow up on it. Maybe perhaps in the ways that we have forgotten to follow up on the people that can become forgotten in our society, and we just let it go on because we aren't maybe participating or observing from their perspective. We're only observing from our own. Maybe that's true in business. Maybe that's true in your business. Maybe that's true in the details of your business. I promise you that if you get that close to it, if you get that familiar with it, boy, I don't know that there will be much that could stop you, to be perfectly frank. The direct sales industry is centered around freedom, but I think this company is centered around freedom more so than any that I have ever seen. It's been constructed with that intent. And we have goals, and we share those goals, I believe, with you. And we want to help you achieve those goals. So they can be as grand or as small as you would choose them to be, as they fit along the path of your own career and along the career of those that you are helping. That they can be integrated into the lifestyle that is your business. So maybe it's a full-time thing. Maybe it's a gig economy type of thing, like you expect to make money while you're working it. I think that makes a lot of sense in this economy, particularly when you can do this from home over the internet. Not a lot of businesses right now that trust whether or not things really are open. Here in California, it's open, and then everybody goes crazy, and boom, maybe it's not open in 3 weeks. Who knows? But this you can do. You can, and if you're sincere, you can do it over an electronic medium. After hearing that impassioned words from Bilal, it's no less moving just because it's on an electronic format. So it's really awesome to know that there's a business you can do like this. So how would you do that? How would you practice freedom? Well, at New Earth, we understand the importance of it, so we built it into the system, the daily practices of doing your business. That's a lot of what Nicole and Justin and myself talk about on the Success Lab calls on Thursdays. You have the tools, you have the team, you have all of it at your fingertips, even throughout your online office that is available to you to commit to this daily action of engaging with other people. And I would encourage you to ask yourself that question. Are you practicing and implementing freedom in the lives of others? Or is it like, a lot of things, other things that creep up in your life, right? Is it something you take for granted? So we're really, really fortunate to be able to take advantage of a lot of the options for freedom that Bilal mentioned, right? As usual, freedom isn't free, never has been, and even in this particular business, it's not free. So it's something that needs to be not only constructed but maintained to ensure that our brothers and sisters, regardless of their race, their political views, whatever the case may be, that they can have the same freedoms that you and I enjoy. It's all part of our responsibility to actively participate with them day in, day out. If it's not someone that you want to participate with day in, day out, you've got to ask yourself, should I be enrolling them in my business? You really should ask yourself that question. It's odd because, you know, this isn't probably a statement you'd hear on a lot of calls with a lot of companies. That's why we're different. If you're not going to be engaged with that person to that degree, you know, perhaps it's not the best idea. Consider it. It comes down to a personal level as well. We're here to make the world a better place, and we all want to be part of New Earth for personal reasons, and that's perfectly fine. We're fortunate to live in a country where we can develop our own goals and go out and chase them, and we can let our passion fuel our work. But we have to do the same for others. So, what good would this freedom that we've built into this platform be if it wasn't something that could be shared easily with others, and if we don't take every chance? You know, the entrepreneur's dilemma for the most part is getting actively moving in the right direction. It is the lack of action due to fear of loss, fear of losing money, fear of failing, fear of, you know, speaking out of turn, fear of people not believing you, not believing in the product, fear of being judged, fear of what other people think. Yeah, there's a million reasons why it's hard to move forward in this business. But when you can abandon the fear and embrace the freedom, a lot of really miraculous things can start to happen. So Justin, you know, maybe we're talking about it at the 50,000 foot level right now, but we actually talk a lot about the details of this freedom construction project on our Thursday calls and with a lot of the tools and the things that we build and develop. You want to take some time and speak to that?
Yeah, certainly. Thank you. Yeah, freedom and participation and action all clearly go hand in hand, and especially when it comes to lifestyle. So I have yet to interact with anybody who says that they love being chained to their desk 9 to 5. Did anybody say that they enjoy submitting time requests to their boss when they would like to take a vacation? I don't know any. Yeah, I'm not sure people like being told how they should act and communicate or dress in an office environment. So, you know, nobody really says, nobody likes these things. So rather, we hear people speak about how they need something else that fits better with their lifestyle, how they need to get that next raise or promotion, or how they can't wait to retire so they can go sailing or camping whenever they choose, and so on. Basically, so they can live with the freedom that they desire. So here's the cool thing about direct sales, and this is the choir here we're speaking to, but it's hard to overstate it. But that's the nice thing about the gig economy as a whole. You can work your way and your own way and on your own terms to achieve the lifestyle that you desire, or at least to contribute to the lifestyle that you desire. And I think that's important to make that distinction. We're not a get-rich-quick scheme. We're a product-based company with a solid comp plan and the solid opportunity to make money with us, doing good, expressing our freedom and helping others do the same. So, moving on, I would like to say a saying that I like a whole lot, and that is, find your passion and it's no longer work. And really, that is true. We all have the freedom to follow our passions and let them drive what we do in this life. And when we get to work on things that we're passionate about day in and day out, it really doesn't feel like work. Rather, it feels like purpose. And at the end of the day, I think that's what most of us really strive for, and it's a big part of practicing freedom. Now, on a side note, I did have to talk to my boss about vacation last week, but I get nice freedoms in terms of that. And but you know, I'm passionate about this place and our mission and what we're doing. So it's not so officey worky to me. I enjoy it because I believe in what we're doing. So I'm passionate about this, even though I'm an employee. So anyway, but here's the thing. We're all starting in different places. Maybe you're really close to the lifestyle you'd like to live, or maybe you're a little farther away and it seems like a pipe dream. But regardless of where you are right now, you have options and avenues to achieve your lifestyle goals thanks to the freedoms that we enjoy. And let's be real. You're here, which means you've selected at least one vehicle to help you get there. So going back to that word action, the only way to build your freedom in the life you choose, the life you choose is through actions. And in this case, taking action, each day to build your business in order to move you closer to your goals. And so moving on to a little bit more specificity, clearly you're here because you're passionate about health and wellness and helping people. So whether this is your full-time gig, your side hustle, or just one of many gigs you pursue, one thing is certain. It's an outlet for you to follow your passion. So when you pair your passion with the opportunity to build an income and influence the freedoms that you enjoy in this life, it can be a pretty positive and fun situation. So how do you build and what goals do you need to reach? Well, guess what? That's entirely up to you. You set your goals and you determine how you would like to achieve them. And of course, in that, you are not alone. So we've got a couple tools to help you out. And Kevin and I can sort of trade off on this on the next slide. There is a special this month for July.
I'm excited about it. Two specials, actually, Justin. And I'm really excited about these. Now, a clarification. We did not use the names of the space shuttles from the movie Armageddon when we named these two packages, although it might look like this. We have the Freedom Pack and the Independence Pack, mainly because we wanted to celebrate the concepts of freedom and independence. It's the entrepreneur's dream to chase those two things. And of course, not for us, it's not just an entrepreneur, it's a wellness entrepreneur. A significant change, I think, in what the practice of that might mean and the benefits of your efforts. So, Justin, we built two packs, and they're both around, they're kind of the same but different, right? Let me explain. So, the first one is the Freedom Pack. You get 2 boxes of essentials and 1 bottle of Body 240 caps, and that costs $229. Justin, what's the other one?
Well, mention also that includes, or mention explicitly that includes enrollment too.
Correct, yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, the Independence Pack is 2 bottles of Body 240 caps, 1 box of essentials with enrollment included also for $229.
So it's the inverse of the other one. So why did we do that? Well, you know, there are a lot of people that say, hey, I love essentials, I use it every day, but I really need a lot more algae. So, okay, use the essentials. It's the ultimate gut-brain access product. It is probably the best combination of products I've ever seen on the planet. It's amazing. Algae, enzymes, probiotics in a form that your body needs them really, really badly. And then a little bit more algae to go with it, right, every single day. Or maybe it's predominantly essentials and you take essentials twice a day, but you need just a little bit more algae. Well, you've got that in the other pack. Either one is really, really powerful, and then as Justin states, it makes a lot of sense that the enrollment is stuck in there. You don't have to worry about the additional charges. It's the first time we've had kind of a pack that has a, just for the month, and it has a reduced enrollment fee that kind of goes with it. So it's a great way for someone to get in the business. But Justin, you have been preaching the benefits of essentials for an extremely long time. Why would somebody want to start with one of these packs?
Because, simply put, it represents, I think, the combination of products for this company that have been delivering the strongest, simplest path to noticeable benefits, and that has been, our microalgae, our enzymes and our probiotics. And you know, I like to say this now and again, but I think we were one of the original gut health companies. And you know, however it was that, you know, that these were some of our earliest product mixes, started to do a whole lot of good for people. You know, this is, and so I mean, I've always believed that this is one of our most popular SKUs because it's simple and it's effective for people, and it's a great starting place. If anything else, it's a great place to start and get introduced to the idea of gut health, the gut-brain axis, enzyme nutrition, probiotic nutrition, microalgae nutrition. You know, it's, like I said, it's about as simple as it gets. It's accessible to people, I think, and there's a lot to build around from somebody starting with that.
100%. If you want somebody to come in the business and have a great experience on the products, which, pro tip, you do, then try one of these packs. They're going to love it. They're going to have a great product experience. When they have a great product experience, what do? They fall in love with the product. Is it easier to market something that you love? Yes. As evidenced by everyone that's joining us right now. It is, you all love these products. So you simply share what you love with other people. I mean, that's aces. Now, we love it so much that I actually tried to show you this a second ago. We built a system that's going to help you share essentials and the algae as well. It's called the 30-Day Gut Reboot. If you've been joining us on our calls on Thursdays, our Success Lab calls, you're very familiar with this, but the 30-Day Gut Reboot is a pretty simple system that will help you go out and capture other people, but it's really built into a social media package. So Justin, we got a walkthrough here that kind of shows people how this thing works and a system that will build their business. Everybody is always looking for leads. How can I get leads? Justin, walk us through it. How can they get leads?
Well, it's, and again, you know, this is going to be hard to cover here because we've been covering this for months on Success Lab and working a lot one-on-one with many of you, some of you on the call tonight. But essentially, it is the idea of a gut reboot, which is just simple lifestyle changes and supplementation with our essentials packets, with the back-end support of a Facebook group that the company maintains, or we have instructions if you as associates or an associate team want to do that. But the idea is based on generating leads, lots of training on that, getting people to your landing page at mygutreboot.com/your-ID, where people can either learn more by receiving an email series, or they can purchase essentials on this site. And it's very beautiful. It's pretty simple for actually doing a customer enrollment. And then the idea is to create new customers through that page after generating leads, get enough of them to this page to purchase, and then get them into a Gut Reboot Challenge group that is a 30-day progression of information about what's going on in their bodies and how they can get the most out of their beginnings with New Earth products, specifically the essentials packets. And so we want to support people in a group format where we're posting information, we're fielding questions, we're tagging, we're supporting, and trying to get somebody in, you know, to have as best of product experiences as they can. And as sponsors, you can work with these people individually or in the group, in the groups, you know, to make sure that they have a good journey and see where they want to go after that 30 days with New Earth.
And the first thing that people say when they come into the business side of it, okay, is, well, it's great to be here, but what do I do? That's the number one question. What do I do? This is a system that answers the question of what do I do? And it's going to help you on the track to actually constructing your business and a lead generation tool. So you'll see as you follow along this guide, and this is all part of the tool said, if you can't see easy right here, don't worry. It's in your online office. It's on the Newark Leaders Group. There's tools and resources where you can find this, and you can walk through and kind of get a better understanding. But as an overview, it's pretty simple. You're using a free online platform, that is Facebook. We're broadcasting live there right now. How much did it cost us? $0, a total of $0 to be broadcasting live. It's a really great tool. So you will basically create your own Gut Reboot page for customers, but you'll also create a number of other little tools and opportunities to make posts and to solicit and to share your love of the product. Now you're saying to yourself, uh-oh, what kind of posts do I need to share? We teach you the whole thing. All of the training that you need is in the Leaders Group, Justin, but it's also available on our corporate version of this 30-day Gut Reboot. So we can help you every step of the way in this lead generation system, and doesn't cost anything but your time and attention to learn it. It's not nearly as complicated as it might look. In fact, when you look at sales systems, trust me when I tell you, that one's pretty simple. So I think you will like it. Now, maybe you're saying to yourself, hey, Kevin, I want to know more about that. There's two ways to chase that down. First and foremost, join us on the Success Lab calls on Thursdays. We go out of our way to help you understand that. Justin, how many times have we talked about on those calls this stuff, right? Incessant.
Yes. And to
the second, go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to mention that that we've been doing a lot of training on lead generation techniques to engage prospects and generate leads. And by the way, this slide that you're looking at here represents behaviors by the associate, behaviors by the potential customer, and behaviors by the company. Those are the three color codes. This is not quite available yet. We're doing a revision to make it a little bit prettier and a little bit clearer. But where that is going to live is that we're creating a resources. You all are aware that in your online office you have a resources page that has all of these expandable areas. This is going to link to a set of very specific pages dedicated to everything you need to learn and do this system, from sample copy for posts that you could make, sample ads that you can grab and go, little social media image ads.
Yep.
This chart will be there. Will be reports in your online office for this.
Super simple way to go about building your business. So,
and so
join us on the Thursday call. For sure.
Yeah, it's under review right now, so it'll all be there. But Success Labs has a pile on the subject over the last handful of months, and go to your online office, and in your resources on your online office dashboard page, if you haven't been there yet, in the upper right corner, I'm not sure how that's mirroring on here, but on the upper right, you'll have 4 links to your replicated sites, and one of those says 30-day Gut Reboot. Click that, and that will take you right to your very own Gut Reboot landing page, where people can get the emails or they can purchase essentials, whereby which people that enroll through that page will get free shipping. There you go.
Absolutely. So you have a lot of tools that you've never had before, and maybe you wanted to create an online business. Maybe you've said to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if I had my own online lead generation business development system? You do. They exist. They're already there. You simply have to tap in and use them. Join us on Thursday, and at the same time, you can reach out to Justin, Nicole, or myself at any time. Anytime. And we will be glad to help you out.
And real quick, to answer Barbara Drinkwater's text, that this chart, you're right, I can't even read it, so I couldn't really tell you which was blue, green, or orange. But
don't worry about it.
And it'll be available to you. We're going to publish it soon, and we'll let everybody know for sure.
Yeah, we didn't put it on there so everybody would have to expand it and go, I can't quite see it. No, it's there because hopefully what I've done is piqued your interest, and you've said, well, I would like a system that helps me find leads. Well, come on down. We'll show you how it works. All right. There's another major announcement. I'm really excited about it. Bilal, something awesome started just recently. What happened?
Yes, I am very excited and honored to announce that Harvest 2020 just officially started a couple of days ago. I mean, it's so surreal that Independence Day and Harvest almost line up perfectly every year. And yeah, so we just started harvesting. It's the early part of our season. This is when the Afanasomnon Flots Aqua is in bloom. Our teams, our harvest crews are out on the lakes. Our freezer crews are out in our manufacturing facilities and production facilities, processing all that algae. We harvest during the day. We process as soon as it comes in. It's this is a very exciting time, and I really wanted to give kudos and a shout out to our team that are working we are very fortunate that we work in our facilities are GMP registered by NSF. Our quality control team is top notch, and it's just excellent, and everybody does the role. But in this year, because of some of the additional requirements we've had to comply with, social distancing and everything else, it's been very fortunate that we have a team that's working with that same level of enthusiasm, even though there might have been some more extra checks that they needed to go through on a daily basis to make sure that they themselves are safe and their coworkers are safe during this pandemic that we're going through. But even during this pandemic, we are harvesting. Mother Nature is providing us a bounty that is that is very nourishing, and it's powerful. This is something that makes us unique. This is what we have in every single product that we make. This is our essence of who we are with the Afanasomnon Plus Aqua. I concur with Kevin and Justin when you talked about those packs, essentials. I mean, every product, we love them all, and they all have Afanasomnon Plus Aqua in it. And that's because we harvested directly from our backyard here in Klamath Falls, and the harvest season just started. So we are looking forward to a great harvest, it's exciting, and we'll keep you posted. I think there will be also some. Stay close to your social media. You might get some sneak peeks, back of the scenes curtain processing during the season.
Awesome.
So we're gonna, the team has a lot of in store to make people connected as much as they can through this amazing process, and we're just really honored. We believe we're stewards of this AFA, and we're very excited that this has begun in 2020. And as Kevin said, 2020 has been very interesting to say the least so far, and we're halfway through it. But this is our most exciting time of the year. So harvest has officially begun, and those algae boats are coming in as we speak. Actually, even today, I just got a couple text messages that a couple boats just came down as the call started. So really exciting time. So
That's fantastic, Bilal. And I'll tell you, I hope 2020 stays weird and that we harvest triple.
That would be fun.
That would be fantastic.
I think I'd like to, if I can, it's a few minutes, quote unquote, off script, but the idea is that I want people to understand that even though we have our goals and we set our intentions of how much we want to harvest, we really go out there and get whatever we can, as much as we can. We're blessed with, we have large freezer space, as you know. We have over 100,000 square feet of freezer space, and we can store this in its frozen form, which retains all the nutrition value. And as you know, our harvesting process has that ability where we actually freeze this product within a few hours of it coming out of the lake. So that's really what it's about. So every day is unique. Every day brings its wind challenges and its unique days. So every day is different, and every year is different. But we go for as much as we can, because we build our foundation that we are building this for the future. So we don't just limit to based on what we need. We take as much as we can because we want to build for the future, and we want this to be sustainable for you and your businesses, so you have the freedoms and the opportunities to grow it to your dream's desire without having an issue of supply.
Excellent. Well, speaking of summer, right? the weather started to get better, and a lot of people are, they did the same thing. The algae started to bloom, and so did they. They went to the beach, and they did not social distance like they should have. So hopefully the closures are short, but we will see. And what they do, they ran around in the sun, and what they do, they probably got their skin chapped and chafed just a little bit. Summer is a great time to truly recognize, to truly understand the benefits of one of our products that I really, really love, and that is NutriBeautiful. NutriBeautiful is a phenomenal product. I know that you know this, but I want to make sure that your customers know this. So I want to take just a moment to talk about it, because when you think about it, there's a lot of different products we use for different maybe organs of our body, right? When we think about heart health and cardiovascular support, what do we think of? Energize, right? When we think of, oh, well, what do you want to take for your bones? Well, maybe you would need to take some sort of protein or something like that, right? For muscles, sorry. Calcium for your bones, different things for different parts. Well, most people don't even think about the one organ that is exposed to everything this planet has to offer, not a lot of which is really great, can be really destructive, and that is your skin. Your skin is a really large organ, and it is exposed to a substantial amount of troublesome things, let alone that ball of burning gas in the sky that will burn you if you're out there too long in front of it. So we created what I think is a phenomenal product. I would just simply challenge you to change your mindset for a second. NutriBeautiful is not a body lotion per se. It is a supplement for your skin. That's what it is. It's a really important distinction.
I agree with you, Kevin. I like to use the word topical supplement.
It is. It is a topical supplement. It is definitely something that you should think about. Your skin is one of the first signs of aging. It is one of the first things that really says, hey, time has been rough. Well, why not take care of it? Why not take care of it during the process? It is loaded with antioxidants, vitamins. It's super lightweight for everything that's in it. It's kind of miraculously lightweight. It is fast absorbing and extremely hydrating. It comes with a lot of amazing benefits, promoting soft and supple skin, minimizes the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. You don't want to go without it. I personally have used it for shaving. I've also used it before I go in the sun, and I've used it after I've been in the sun. It just makes sense. So unlike a lot of other topical lotions and creams and things like this, I mean, think of how large that aisle is at the store. None of them are as good as this product, because most of those that would compete in this category, you have to go to a specialty shop or order online to get this kind of quality. You really would. It is loaded with great ingredients. It has aloe vera, coconut oil, jojoba oil, a restorative rose distillate, witch hazel, which is cleansing to your skin as well. Of course, loaded with the organic wild microalgae, or AFA, as balance in the rosemary, and also neem oil, fantastic oil. And I know that you guys know how good it is. I would simply suggest this: maybe, just maybe, your people, your customers, the people that you go out and talk to, this will be the easiest product to tell them about. There are some that they can take for a couple of days and start to maybe feel the difference. You can squirt this in their hand and put it on their face or their arms, and they'll feel it now. That's how great this product is. So, yes, it is a phenomenal product, and I want to promote using NutriBeautiful in July. Well, how are we going to do that? We are going to do something we've done in the last couple months. We're going to promote an opportunity to receive your auto ship for free. Take NutriBeautiful with you. Take it to the beach, to the lake, to wherever you're going. And, even if it's COVID-19, you're just going in your backyard. right? Use it there. It helps with insects and insect bites as well. That's what I've found. So here's what you need to do to receive an entry so that you can win your auto ship for free. Take a picture of you with your bottle of NutriBeautiful. That means, of course, you're gonna have to buy one and use it. Makes sense to use it, right? And post it on Facebook or Instagram using hashtag #NourishMySkin. Hashtag #NourishMySkin. And you're gonna wanna tag at New Earth Co. By tagging us, you will see it, and you'll be able to do as many of those different posts throughout the month of July as you would like. Post it on your Facebook and Instagram. Every new post is a new entry. Use each of those components so that we know that you're doing it, and you will receive one entry for every unique post. The winner will be selected randomly of all the posts that we receive, and you could win your auto ship for free for the month of July, simply for using one of the best topical supplements that the industry has to offer. So please take advantage of that. Next thing, announcement, online is right around the corner. It's gonna sneak up on us fast. So as many of you know, we're simply not able to do the live in-person event that we